Hey guys, it's Susu.
And Marvy G.
And we are
Say What TV.
And today we are at SAE Institute in Miami.
The Sexual Administration Executives.
No.
It's not?
No.
Where are we?
It's a school for audio and engineering.
Oh! That's why we sound so great.
Oh
Oops.
my god. Why do you always have to take it there?
You know me, girl. You know that's where my mind is sometimes.
Chain.
Whips and chains.
Chain.
Anyway,
Okay.
before we get ourselves off track, check this out.
So we're back with Frank Socorro.
I don't know how to do those rolls. I couldn't roll
I
if
have
I
a
had
chance
a
to
will
roll
on
the
my
R.
tongue.
I'm rolling the R. Welcome to
Thank
Say
you.
What TV.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
Welcome.
This place is amazing.
Yeah.
Thanks. We try really hard.
It's like a maze. We
It
got
looks-
lost a couple times, but
It looks this big from the outside, and then you walk inside, and it's like
Yeah.
a stadium.
yeah,
It's huge in here.
it's really awesome. And if you hear a train, we're just gonna have a little train break, do a little dance, and we're gonna move on with our interview. Sound good?
Sounds good to me.
So tell us about this amazing school.
So the school's been here a little bit over 10 years. It's an audio engineering school, so people who come here are interested in becoming audio engineers. So that's the person who works in the studio recording the artist. That's the person who does the sound at the events, like at the American Airlines Arena. If you've ever been to a concert there, there's somebody there who's in charge of making sure the artist sounds great, and that person is an audio engineer. So anybody who's interested in doing that line of work comes here, and we teach them how to do that.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Now you've had a couple of roles here.
Yes.
A few different roles.
I've had a few different roles here. I've been a director of education, which means I'm kind of in charge of curriculum. I've been an instructor, and currently my new position, which I just transferred to, is the career services representative, which means I help the students after graduation find them work in the field.
How hard is that?
It can be difficult at times, just because sometimes audio work is very cyclical, but we try our best to find creative outlets for them to go and work at, and there's always an abundance of studios here in the South Florida area, so that really helps me out a lot.
Awesome.
Interesting. How long is the program?
The program is 9 months. It's 9 months. Students come 5 days a week, and they spend approximately 5 hours a day here in school, and we have two times. We have a morning class, which is a 10 to 1:30, and then we have a 6:30 to 11.
Okay. Can you tell me some of the people that have made it in the industry that are students of SAE?
So some of the students that have come out of here that have gone on to be successful. Actually, one of our students who left here and was very successful, who actually came back and became an instructor, is a gentleman by the name of Franklin Rodriguez. He's been very successful in the Latin market and in some electronic market, working with people like Daddy Yankee, and then later on with people like Diplo and his whole Mad Decent label. We've had students who've gone on and done live sound for some big acts like Juanes in the Latin market. We had a student, Carlos Arellano, who left here. We have a duo, well, not a duo, we have a student named Matthew Toth, who's part of a very large group right now called GTA, and they're out on tour right now. They're very, very successful. And then we have a lot of up and coming grads who graduated recently. One of them is a gentleman by the name of Ricky Mears. He's doing a lot of stuff, doing some really cool stuff. Has done some commercials, and his stock is just growing, which is great. So we try to bring them back after they've gone out and done things, just to talk, to the current students and let them know that you can be successful in this business.
So, you're saying about being successful in the entertainment industry, and with it being flooded with so many people that want to do music, what is the best advice you give your students on how to make it in this industry?
The advice that I try to give my students, or our students, when they're here, is really about the effort that they put forth. It's easy to say, oh, somebody didn't give me a chance, or it wasn't the right day, or whatever. But the reality is that it's really up to you. Most of the things that happen to us in our lives are in some way or another our fault, or we're responsible for those things happening to us because of a choice that we made. So it's really your choice to be successful, to go out and make the phone call again and again when that person doesn't pick up. To be not a pest, but also, just be focused on what it is that you're trying to do, and not lose that focus, because that's one of the things that a lot of people suffer from in this industry, where it's creativity based, where sometimes they lose that focus or lose that drive. And that is the most important thing in the entertainment industry.
It's all about being persistent.
Correct. Absolutely. Being persistent.
Mm-hmm.
So what is your advice for anyone that wants to get into this industry, and why would you suggest the SAE?
So I guess obviously the first thing is to find out what it is that they want to do, which is a question that we asked new or people who are interested in coming here. What is it that you want to be? If you're interested, in the technical side, the behind the scenes side, definitely this is a place where we can help you, get into the industry that way. Anybody who's interested in maybe being a singer or a performer or anything like that, I would first say practice your craft. When you come here as a student, what we're teaching you is how the craft works, and then giving you time to practice, because the students do get a lot of time here where they get to hands-on practice, which is kind of I think it's one of the main points, or drawing points for anybody to come here, is the fact that we do show you on the equipment how it works. We're not just telling you,
right. We're
actually letting you do it. So definitely practice your craft, which is what you would do by coming here.
So you get physical, full hands-on.
Yeah, hands-on, everything.
That's good.
Yeah.
So what do you love most about what you do?
The thing I love the most is, well, first, because I've been in our student situation, because I myself went to an audio school and am an audio engineer. I think it's helping people figure out what path they want to take on their journey, and kind of helping them move forward in that, and then hearing back from them and telling me hey, I got the job, or hey, I'm working with so and so, and just hearing how happy they are to actually be in the business. That's definitely my favorite part.
So what's your biggest challenge in what you do?
I think my biggest challenge nowadays is making sure that the students are as confident as they need to be for interviews and whatnot. I think them coming to school here, they're here for 9 months, we kind of take care of them, we nurture them while they're here, and then it's time to go out into the world. And I find sometimes our students, they get a little bit nervous. It's that first time you go away to school or whatever, or the first time you go to sleepaway camp with somebody. You're used to that home environment, and now you have to kind of go out in the world.
Mm-hmm.
So the toughest part for me, I think, is making them feel confident that they got this. And also letting them know that just like their house, they can always come back here and ask us for help, or just come back and visit and stuff like that. And we'll always be here. We kind of try to treat it like a family atmosphere here.
Do you allow them to come and use the facility for their...
They can come back and use the facility if it's something that was approved by the director of education, or something that is involving the school. It's not you can just come back and use the studio whenever. That would not leave any time for current students to use the studio. Right. We've had a lot of graduates that are still in the area, so if we let them all come back and use the studio, it would just be overrun with graduates. So we can't really do that. But if it's something that's associated with the school, or something that the school's involved in and it's kind of helping them out, then we go through the right channels, and it is possible, yes.
So how can all these lovely people out there find out about SAE and stalk you guys and see what you guys are up to? Where can they find you?
If anybody's interested in getting a hold of us, you can call us. Our phone number is 305-944-7494. You can find us on Instagram and Twitter at SAE Miami. That's on both Twitter and Instagram. On Facebook, we're the facebook.com/SAE Institute Miami. We also have a website, sae.edu, where you can see our campus as well as the other 6 campuses in the U.S. And if you're international, we have 50 other campuses worldwide. So there might be one in your city.
You guys better check that out. I wish I could come to the school.
You can come to the school.
Yeah, it looks very complicated.
We start
I'm
from
more
zero.
talent, you know? Like, I just show up.
And tell her where, just show up and tell her where to go.
Yeah, and look pretty. By the way, I really want to compliment his socks right now.
I was just thinking about
They're
that.
kind of on a
It's almost
fillet.
like Whoopi Goldberg, how she wears her different socks.
You're a pretty cool cat, Frank.
Yeah.
I don't know what to say.
Yeah.
Thank you.
At first I thought they were fatigue socks, and I was like, those like are those Christmas trees?
Kind of something, sort of. It's like a Navajo-y kind of southwestern
Okay.
vibe.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Gotcha.
Thanks to my wife.
Hipster somewhat. Look, hey, wifey, you did a good job with him. He looks really cool and hip and, you know, rocking. And Frank, we would like to ask you a question, actually.
Sure.
Because I know that you do your own thing on the side, and you actually have a lot of accolades and a lot of stuff out there. Sure, you're not going to be modest about it. Work with a lot of big artists. So we
Yeah.
would love to come to your studio
Absolutely.
and interview you on what you do.
Absolutely. Whenever you guys want to come by, you're welcome.
Sweet.
You guys are super welcome, and I'll roll out the red carpet for you guys.
Yay,
Yes.
red carpet. We got the red chairs today. We'll get the red carpet next time. Yay.
Can we have champagne?
Yeah.
Chocolate covered strawberries?
Yeah, sure.
And just green M&Ms.
Just
Yep,
green.
That's
Okay.
all right, or just saying.
Got it. It'll all be in the green room.
All in the green room. You like it?
Green room, green M&Ms,
Love it.
red carpet,
It's like
Love
Christmas.
champagne. Yeah.
It's like Christmas.
And the gold is the champagne. There you go. We got it. We got it good.
Bang, bang. So there you have it. SAE Institute, not sexual activity education. It's a school for audio engineering. I'm Susu.
I'm Marvin G.
And I'm Frank Socorro.
And you're watching Say What?
TV.
Peace out. We're going to sex ed class now.
No sex ed class now.